I'm on time today. I was a little worried for a sec because it wasn't picking up the game. But then we're good. Oh, stretchy stretch. Move around to my chair. Put myself up as do not disturb on Discord. Haha. There. All right. Let me open this really quick so it doesn't happen in the middle of a cutscene. Okay, so last time in the Hanged Man, we were Will. Yes, hello, Katie. We were William Morton. We ran away from home to find our cousin, David Hoover, for what we won't know. Because Will ran away. And we had our talking rat, Pop, and he ran off after Keith scared him. And so we're venturing through an abandoned asylum turned into a homeless shelter, trying to find Pop. And we ran into Sophie, who agreed to help us, thinking it was a human friend. She just found out it was indeed a rat, and she had a bit of a freak out. And we let her walk away. We are, of course, a very hormonal 14-year-old teenage boy. So, hope y'all are caught up. That's pretty much what happened. So, let's see here. Get this next to my guide. I'm like looking at gaming mats and stuff because I have a backup mouse pad. I just had to get rid of my companion cube one, and I'm very sad about that. I'm looking up desk mats just because at this point it's a little bit easier to get a desk mat because I have a glass top desk. So it tends to get dirty pretty easily. So a mat would be easier to clean off. But I also want it to have something that I actually like on it instead of just like naked anime ladies. Just saying. Which most people are chomping the bit for. So, you know, I'm the weird one. But anyway. I have my controller. Oh. Bugger. Okay, I'll move that here. There we go. And just in case we do have some time, I do have my Raider Waite Tarot book and an image of his hanged man. So we can go into details about that. If not, it'll be a separate YouTube video. Okay. So, where were we? 550. Again, I'll keep a panic save. Just in case. It's so weird to me that it keeps building, because again, even on my second playthrough of the Crooked Man, it didn't do that. It started your time over. So yeah, Sophie literally just left and we let her walk away. Huh? It's open now.
Ed, what are you doing here? I thought you were way over in the other building.
Oh yeah, and we met a hobo named Ed. And he believes us when we say that we have a talking rat. He wants to meet our talking rat. And he has a stutter.
Surprised? I know all sorts of secret routes here because I used to explore all the time.
Is this the one, Ed?
You found it? Thank you.
Yeah, Ed was looking for a notebook.
Is that notebook yours?
No, it belongs to someone I knew. He showed me it a long time ago. I'm glad it was still around.
A long time ago?
15 years back. I lived here for about a year.
I heard that after it shut down as a mental hospital, this was a homeless shelter.
That's right. My father drank a little too much, so he couldn't do good work and was really poor. And Mom was dead, so... Then a priest at the church told us there was a place where poor people could stay for free, and invited us here. Mr. George, who gave me this notebook, lived here. He gave me a photo too, but I'll probably never get that back.
This is a big place. Seems like it'd be hard to live in.
Sort of. It was really cold in winter. But, well, we all came together and helped each other, so it was really great. You don't look too happy, Will. Did something happen?
I got separated from Pop again. Also, there was a girl helping me look for Pop, but I said some mean things and drove her off.
You'd better apologize later, then.
Even if I did apologize, I'm sure she wouldn't forgive an asshole like me.
You shouldn't say bad words like that. Not to yourself or to other people. It's okay. I'm sure she'll forgive you. You're a good kid. I'll be going now. I'm still looking for something.
If it's okay with you, would you come with me? I'm feeling kind of discouraged being alone.
Sorry, Will. I'm in sort of a hurry. There's something I need to do. This notebook you gave me has the method. I can finally make some progress. If you find your talking rat, I want to see. I really like rats.
Okay, I got it. Ed, do you know about the Happy murders? You lived here 15 years ago, right?
Yeah, I was there. Lots of police came. It was a big thing, and then we couldn't live here anymore.
That must have been scary. 5 people suddenly being murdered.
It was just natural. After all, we were really unhappy. Bye now, Will.
I always found that statement to be a little weird because he talks about how, like, he came back to remember, like, the good times. And then he was like, yeah, it was really nice. We were all working together. And then he goes, well, it was only natural. We were unhappy. I'm like, Ed? Transport elevator. There are boards on bars affixed with screws. Thank God we have a magical screwdriver that will break after one use. The appropriate thing to do here is to start singing Snake Eater. But the joke's been made a million times before. How are you guys doing today? Let me in. Okay, well, you can't get into this one anyway. Surprise. Okay. Oh, you know, good. Water storage tank. It's locked. Yeah, meanwhile, Katie and my suffering. Yeah. My birthday was good. I just chilled and played a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Seems to be locked from the inside. Yeah, I played a lot of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Got through a really rough chapter. Like, really rough. Like, I was crying. A lot. I knew it was coming, but if you played the original, you know it's coming, but was not fun. Oh, good. Not again. Why does this keep showing up? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna go nuts already. Or maybe it's too late for that. I've been nuts long before today. Sophie and Keith both think I'm a weirdo. Whatever I say, they won't believe me. And that's the way it's always been. There hasn't been a single person who's believed me about Mime, or Murdoch, or Pop. Well, no, there's been two. Ed and... This creepy place is just making me think about weird stuff. I better find Pop and leave quick. It's a bucket of water. Alright. Hmm?
You should find a cleaner pool to swim in.
Is it okay to be starting a fire in here?
Forget about is it okay. I'm guessing you haven't found your rat, huh? So you wouldn't listen if I told you to go home and dry off.
Trisha goes, leave it to Keith. To be fair, Will does scream pretty loud. So Keith probably heard that and booked it. He's actually just in the other room. So he probably heard that and just absolutely booked it.
So, you're not gonna say go home, huh?
Get off my back.
I might not be able to leave with Pop anymore.
And why's that?
When he sees me, he runs away. He won't talk to me at all now. Maybe he doesn't like being with me. Yeah, that must be it, since I'm such a hopeless idiot. He's disgusted. If I just did what Pop said, this wouldn't have happened. But this can't be how we say goodbye. Not when I still need Pop around.
Yeah, Trisha likes Keith. This is the game where I started warming up to Keith a lot, mainly due to his dynamic with Will. It's really good. Keith works really well with other people, despite him being Keith. But he's also more emotional in this game. Keith is actually, fun fact, Keith is actually Yuri's favorite protagonist of the Strange Men series. Of all 4 of them.
I kept a rodent when I was a kid too. A hamster named Frosty. One day, I figured he was bored in this cage, so I let him out in the garden. Thought he could use a walk. The second I took my eyes away, he was gone. I found him in the mouth of the neighbor's cat. When I saw his tail sticking out, I screamed. I started hitting the cat to try and have it spit him out. Then the old lady next door came and hit me with her cane. Then my parents scolded me and spanked me too. In the end, Frosty never came back. I cried my eyes out, and I thought to myself, this can't be how we say goodbye. If that little Keith were here today, I know he would never tell you, go home. You've still got a chance of finding him too. So instead of blubbering, search until you're satisfied. I'll keep quiet to your school and the police.
Okay. I'll get going. Hey, thanks.
Hold on a sec. Have you seen my ring anywhere? Weird. I had it on earlier.
What, your wedding ring? Isn't it right there on your finger?
No, it goes on top of this one. It's a gold ring.
Remember I said to pay attention to that? And the CGs and the boogeyman?
Maybe I dropped it in that tank. Might have been washed away somewhere. If you don't know, that's fine. Get going.
So we're gonna go find Keith's ring because we are the problem. Something stuck to the back of the door. Got a torn label. Now I can likely inspect the torn label. Yeah, it's gonna tell me I have more than I do. I should have grabbed one from the, I hate it when it dumps me out in the dark. From the kitchen, but I can actually do that now because I need to. No, first I need to. Again, I'm doing the Phoenix Wright thing and thinking about 5 steps ahead. Will needs to see that there's a reason he needs an item, and then he'll go see it. A drain. I wonder if this connects with that water tank. If I run the water here, I might find the ring. But if I don't catch the ring as it passes through, who knows where else it'll go. It'd be good to stop it with something. So this is another reason I like Will. He actually, like, kind of takes responsibility for his actions. He's like, God, I'm the one who made Keith lose his ring. Okay, it's just not letting me go in. I hope this is the right ladder. I'm the one who made Keith lose his ring. I gotta go find it. Yes, it is. So it was in here. Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought it was just going to tell me obtain deceive. Will was basically like, I know if I put this over the drain, when it goes, I'll be able to see. Dirty table. Dirty table. There we go. Torn label. Alright, now the arduous process of climbing back down. Like I mentioned last time, this game is, like, good and it's got great atmosphere. It's just it kind of has some pacing problems. Drain. Wonder if I put the sieve here and run the water. Well, get to it, Will. Alright, first off, come here, you. Headless doll in the storage tank. I don't want to move. I don't want it to move and freak me out again. Maybe I'd be better off taking it with me. Yes. Seems like a stupid idea, but just trust me on this one. Let's twist the valve. Alright, water is draining. And the bucket is mysteriously back in place. Blech. It collected a ton of garbage. Ah, that's it. A golden ring. Kind of a weird ring. It's bumpy and misshapen. Hey, Katie, you were wondering about this. And Boogeyman. So here's your explanation. Oh, poor Ayumi. So yeah, Keith was right here. So he likely heard Will, and there's the water storage tank. He likely heard Will screaming and just fucking ran. But yeah, Katie, here's your explanation for the 2 rings that both Helena and Keith have.
Here, Keith.
Hey, nice work finding it. Thanks.
That's a weird ring there. Seems pretty misshapen.
Yeah, because it's handmade. Me and my son.
You made a ring with your son? Why?
Precocious little guy wanted a ring for a Mother's Day gift. So I bought him a kit, and we made it together. Kinda messed it up, though. As you can see, it's too big even for me. I gave my wife a remade one, and took the mistake. It's kinda like a good luck charm.
That's why Helena and Keith both have golden rings on top of their wedding rings. Because it was made from Todd as a Mother's Day gift. Which is so cute because Todd was only 5 when he died, so that's very innovative for 5 or younger to think of.
That's cute. How old's your kid?
Ooh.
Would be be 10 if he were alive.
Ah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
For what?
I mean, just thought you might not want to talk to people about it.
I mean, to be fair, it's not Will's fault. It is a fair question to ask. Keith did not mention his son. Like, Keith did mention him in the past tense, but he didn't give any indication of, like, he's dead.
Why did he die?
Will. Now you're pushing it a little bit.
Traffic accident?
Just the way Keith says that is like, the fuck?
My dad died when I was young, too. From heart failure. Accidents and illnesses, there's just nothing you can do, you know? So, don't let it get you down.
A 14-year-old trying to comfort a near 40-year-old. 38 years.
I mean, no, that's not... What I want to say is,
Let me guess. You're trying to comfort me.
maybe.
You don't have to worry about me, kid. I appreciate the thought, though.
Look at Keith. He's chuckling, he's laughing, he's being amicable. He's busy with his investigation, because he's here investigating things. Yeah, I started to warm up to Keith after this scene. Fucking stop putting me in the dark, I swear to God. Locked from the inside. Alright. Let's climb up this other one. You better let me in this one, because I need to go into this one. Oh. Get inside. Something stuck between the floor tiles. I obtained a key. What is it the key to? Key. It says library. Yeah. Okay, gate won't open, so that was the only use here. The library is back through the other passageway, so we'll just leave Keith and his convenient sleuthing down here. And climb back up. Alright. So where was the library? That is not the right map I'm looking at. On the 5th floor. Okay, cool. There are just certain passageways I want to make sure are unlocked, because you can do that. Library. Give me the key. Like every basic Let's Player, I'm just narrating what I'm doing. So, you can't really investigate anything in here. As you can see, I've tried looking at the bookshelves. Elevator for transporting books, the gate won't open. Footsteps? Keith? Ed? Or Sophie? Yeah, Sophie put on some clogs and came back. I wonder if she came back in clogs. No, those footsteps are different. I haven't heard these before. Who is it? Are there still people in this rundown place? I'm scared. What should I do? I should hide. This part sucks if you're going for an achievement, which I was. I had to replay this part quite a few times.
Where are you?
Shit.
Hey, show yourself. I know you're there.
No, you don't. Okay. And now our safe spot is over here. Took me forever to find it.
Give me a damn break. Show yourself already.
No, fuck off.
Hey, are you listening?
No. You can tell by how I'm hiding. This is the tricky part. He starts randomly dashing. I did not get caught, don't worry.
Damn it, you little...
So, this took the longest time because in the guide I was following from VG Person, it said to hide down here where Will is. It said if you're down there, you're fine. But as you can see, he like ran straight there. So I kept getting caught. And I was like, what the hell? Like the guide has been good for everything but that. So I think when they updated it to the Steam version, they changed his walking pattern or something like that.
You're...
Well, this is a surprise. Didn't expect I'd see you here, Robert.
If you get caught, nothing bad happens. You just get a shorter scene and you don't quite understand what's going on.
I thought you were staying at the hotel. What happened to that subordinate I assigned to guard you?
What? Eric? He fell asleep in the car.
Ugh, of course he did. Yeah, Keith shares my sentiments.
More importantly, why are you here?
Maybe I'm thinking the same thing you are.
Huh?
I've been researching here and there, but unfortunately, there aren't many clues to his whereabouts. I might be done with this photo too.
That's...
It was in his room. I assume you're familiar with it.
Are you saying that little photo brought you all the way out here?
If it were just a photo of a building, I wouldn't bother, but this name caught my attention.
George Schmid? What about him?
That was on the name of the book we gave to Ed.
He was one of the culprits in the incident 15 years ago.
Well, shit, we gave him a murderer's handbook.
Well, I know that, but what connections are you suggesting between a 15-year-old case and this one?
I suspect there's not a direct one. Still, there's a shortage of clues on him. I have to pay attention to the trivial details. To tell the truth, I'd love to take you to the station right now and ask about your rebellious behavior, but alas, I'm planning on digging for clues a little more.
So you do suspect me. I told you if you want to talk, do it through my lawyer.
Yep, you feel suspicious towards Ed after that last conversation you had with him. Yeah, just due to the whole, like, we were happy, and then, like, well, nobody cared because we weren't happy. And I'm like,
I don't necessarily suspect you, but we're in no situation for people to be slinking around suspiciously. Like this guy here.
Who's that?
Just a runaway. Will, leave. Be quick about it.
Bye. Who was that guy? It sounds like he was looking for someone. All right. So... Okay. Now that we've triggered that scene, random shit will start to unlock. Because that's just how this place works. Oh, right. I have to go in through the bathroom. And out this way. Right? I believe so. in the visiting area. Ah, yeah, okay. I think I may have accidentally skipped something where Will is wondering if you should climb over these. Yeah, I did. I accidentally skipped that somehow. Oh, perfect. This is actually the solution to our next puzzle. Here's another one of those dark spots. There's a rope hanging up above. The table looks extremely dirty. This gives me a bad feeling. I should steer clear of this table. Any ideas on what the stains are? Because those are definitely stains. There's a nameplate on the desk. It reads Dennis Sinier, Ryan Levine, Chester Jones, Neil Woods. Blood. You are correct. It is blood. There are many crumpled letters in the trash. Dearest Doctor, how do you do? I've placed a present on your desk. Isn't it just adorable? I'd be happy if you treated it well. Alice Stanley. Dearest Doctor, how do you do? It seems that you forgot your gift, so I've put it on your desk. Please think of me and take it with you. Alice Stanley. Dearest Doctor, you forgot your gift and left it there again. Please don't lose it again this time. Alice Stanley. Dearest Doctor, so, you hate the sight of my face. I heard you talking to Dr. Woods. Well, this should do now, shouldn't it? This time, do not lose it and take care of it. Alice Stanley. Why do you so quickly throw it away? I even took away that ugly face. How about this time? I'm quite proud of my hair. Alice. Don't abandon me. Stay with me. In the last one, we did read that one of the doctors, Dr. Sinier, left due to a patient harassing him. And we are gonna put that headless doll on the table and get the fuck out. I will say some of these puzzles don't really make sense. Like, there's no real rhyme or reason as to, like, why that needed to be done, other than just spooky. Okay. Make sure there's nothing else. Aha! Yep, see, now we're back in this basement area. So, okay, cool. Yes, I do need to be down here. And the locker I want to check is, I believe... you can't reach the top lockers, like, ever, because you're a short 14-year-old boy. My god, it's one of these. There we go. Something stuck to the roof inside. Torn label. So, roll the dice. 35, 61, 42. Alright, so let's use that wooden box because it looks like a die. And it was 35, 61, 42. 35, 61, 42. It opened. Obtained a letter to a patient. Hello, my name is Sergio Bowers. Dustin, since I'm quitting my job here, I'm writing you this letter. Working in Building 3, I have been very glad for your kindness, because I was hated in Building 4. A patient named Kenny hated me especially. He always sought handshakes from everyone, yet when I passed through, he always drew back. Thank you for always being friendly with me. It's against the rules to give gifts, so I'll give you the name tag I always wore. I hope you remember me. I'd like to meet you again on the outside. Take care. Alright. See, just when I read there was a patient named Kenny, I just think of The Walking Dead, and I'm like, the game, the Telltale, not anything else. Open Book of Paintings. The Murder of Laius by Oedipus. So, Oedipus killing his own father.
You were Will, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's not creepy, Robert.
I'm Robert Hayes. Sorry if I gave you a fright earlier. So, why are you here? By here, I mean this facility.
I thought I'd wait out the snow with my friend in here, but we got separated, so I'm looking for him.
Is that it? Well, I think you should leave soon. It's snowing badly today. What's your relationship with that detective?
Why the fuck do you want to know?
I only just met him earlier. What about you? You know him?
He came to me 3 days ago for an investigation of a murder that took place a week ago. Oh, don't worry. I'm not the culprit, of course. Though it seems that detective is still suspicious, so he was stubbornly questioning me.
That is his job, yes.
So there was a murder?
You did do the correct thing and lawyer up.
A certain man was killed in an apartment room. Another tenant noticed and reported it, since the stench was awful after 3 days.
Why did he come to question you? Did you know the guy who was killed?
Who knows? It beats me. The police just ask questions. They don't tell you a thing.
What did he mean by guard?
Eh?
Keith said something like he assigned a subordinate to guard you. Why do you need to be guarded?
I'm not sure of that either. Frankly, I hate being watched 24/7. And just when I'd finally gotten away.
Why did you come here, Robert?
I used to live here long ago. Did you know that after the hospital was shut down, it was turned into a shelter?
Yeah, I know. I also heard 5 people were killed here 15 years ago. Why would you come to a place like that?
There's no denying it's a dirty, creepy place. But I did spend a short time here as a child. I just felt like reminiscing about the old days.
In this abandoned asylum turned homeless shelter that you were obviously miserable at.
Fat chance.
Thank you, Will.
Huh?
Nothing.
Will, you came to find your friend, yes? You'd better find him soon. It's going to get dark. I suppose I should go, too. See you, Will.
Alright. You could catch a cold staying here for too long. Maybe I should tell Ed, too.
What did you just say?
Uh?
I asked what you said. Did you meet him?
Stop it! Don't touch me! Let go! Pop?
Rats? What's with this thing? Disgusting! Leave me alone! You damn rat! Sheesh! What was that?
Ah! You stomped on my friend! I'll beat the shit out of you, you bastard!
Friend? What are you saying?
You asshole! You killed my friend! Get over
thought I
here!
told you to go
I'm gonna
home,
beat
Robert.
the shit out of you for what
The
you did. I
detective
may be a kid,
was
but you
that
are
rat
dead. I will
Will's-
beat the shit out of you!
Out of my
You
sight.
asshole!
This kid's
you
frowned
killed
up.
my friend! Get over here! I'm gonna beat...
Will, calm down. It's okay. Breathe slow.
He squished Pop! He squished Pop! It's my fault! It's because I brought Pop along! It's my fault! He died!
Chad is fucking shocked right now. I'm not gonna lie. I was too. I was astounded. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pop.
Was that really your rat?
Huh?
Your rat's got a crooked right leg, with some of the fur missing, doesn't he? This one's leg isn't crooked. Also, it's got a pattern on its back.
Really?
You shouldn't look. It's just a wild rat, but I bet you don't want to see its guts.
It attacked Robert, though. I wonder why.
Maybe he had some food on him. At any rate, good thing it wasn't your rat.
Hey, Keith. Is Robert a killer?
Of rats, absolutely.
He ran his mouth, did he? He really doesn't listen to anything people tell him. Nah, in fact, he's a victim. That's why I had my subordinate guard him. Will, don't get too deep in this. You just find Pop and get back to David's place. Got that?
I know that.
Yeah, we're gonna get deep into it. A rat corpse covered by a handkerchief. Ugh, I'm not brave enough to look. I feel so bad for it getting stomped.
Once I find Pop and take care of everything, I'll come back to bury you. Until then, sorry.
Will's such a sweetie pie. I really do like him. He's got... I was actually wondering where to go next. I forgot that shadow shows up. I like that he's got, like, some spunk. This door is now mysteriously open. Misery?
Hey, why are you always crying? Did something sad happen? You don't want to tell me? I'll stay here until you're not sad anymore, because you get sadder when you're by yourself. Or maybe you're crying because you're all alone? I'm all alone too. Everyone thinks I'm weird and avoids me. It makes me really sad. I'll call you Misery, because it's really important to have a name. It says you're actually there. So you don't have to cry now. I'll stay with you. Don't cry, Misery. Even if we're together, I guess we're still all alone.
That can't have been Misery. I mean, there's no way she could be here. Since I came to this building, I've been seeing these things again. Is it this place to blame? Or am I just nuts after all? Mime, Murdoch, Misery. I stopped seeing them once Pop came along. I really do need Pop around. I have to find him, no matter what. So there's always this question of, is this all in Will's head, or does he actually have some sort of sense for the paranormal? First off, give me that map. And I will tell you that is actually something that is not answered. So that's up to you to interpret, and I'll give my own personal thoughts on the matter later. What the hell is this stain on the floor? I keep seeing these stains around, and they give me such a bad feeling. There's a doodle on the floor. I mean, keep watching. and see if, see what you think. Because I'll tell you there's no straight answer. There are a few towels on the table. Small shelves, there's a piece of paper inside. Obtained a map of Sunnyside. Staff member's diary. I scolded the patient 3202 for drawing on the floors. He keeps wandering with a map of his hometown. It was just so depressing, so I confiscated it, but he's still wandering around there. The patient in 3408 is clamoring about being watched. I taped up the cell to serve as makeshift blinds, but he still says he's being watched. He sits in a chair by his bed, up against the bars. Looking into the hall through the tape, he keeps muttering, "Everyone is watching me." Talk about disturbing. So, we're alone again, so any clues are gonna be visual and auditory. Alright, we unlocked an inside lock. Back into another building. Okay, so the map is obviously the map of Sunnyside from 3202. If people have such things as hometowns, this city must have been my heart's eternal hometown. Hearing children laugh on the grass in Oak Park, I get a meal in Sunnyside Village, then I cross the Balance Park so I can watch the ships leave Sunnyside Bay. But those happy days are never to return. If only someone could take me back there. So I think... What floor am I on? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3202. Pretty sure I need to find the guy's room. To start activating this puzzle, because that's exactly what it is. Let's see. I've already way past the guy. Yeah, now we're in buildings 3 and 4. So, like, the game kind of starts to speed up. Second from the right on the upper side. Maybe I'm not technically on the 3rd floor. Where's the map? Okay, so... that was where I needed to be? Oh, yeah. It feels like somebody's watching me. This is scary. I don't want to go through here. That's a puzzle we're gonna solve later. That jump scare always spooks me a bit. So this is 3202. I bet it's pretty dirty. Yeah, like I said, there's a couple of jump scares in this one. Or is it 30? Oh shit, is it 3202? Stupid idiot. I was thinking 33 because I was thinking of the 3 in front. Yeah, there we go. Now this fucker is going to follow me until I solve the puzzle. Okay, So those doodles on the floor are a part of it. And you have to go to the order that he said, and kind of like try to make out where it is on the map via the squiggles. So Oak Park is in the first floor kitchen. And you know you've done it right. There's a doodle on the floor. When if you go to leave the room, he's staring at it. Sunnyside Village is the third floor shower room. 2, 3. Oh, it creeps me out when he gets a little too close. Doodle on the floor. And then, of course, we saw that last doodle downstairs. So we need to go back to the first floor. Shit, not this room. This one. There's a doodle on the floor. Huh? Is it running out of batteries? I mean, I did just pick it up off the ground. That's not good.
Is somebody there?
Poor little Will. You're so scared and lost. What did I tell you? You have to believe us. Go find him, quickly. Because you still can't do anything by yourself.
Billy?
I suppose it has to do with his father's death. Will coming to say these strange things. I mean...
It was before your husband died that your son started talking about his friends, wasn't it? So I don't think there's a connection. They could simply be figments of his imagination.
Long time no see, Will. You don't seem to be in good spirits.
I've had enough of this hospital. They keep asking me things. It's like they're mad at me.
Yes, so it seems, even though there's nothing wrong with you.
Hey, why don't you try talking to everyone, Billy? Then everyone would believe me. They'd understand that I wasn't just a weirdo talking to nothing.
Will, didn't I tell you before? No one will believe in a talking dog. Why don't I tell you a secret, as proof of being a good friend? I'm being mistreated by my master here. He last fed me 2 days ago, and the last time before that, I forget when.
That's awful.
And that's not all. The doctor here often brings a woman to the examining room. It's not his wife. There's a repulsive smell of perfume left in that room. Will, animals don't lie, unlike humans. So I want you to trust me. Try it. Go and see if what I told you is true.
Will, how have you been lately? Are you still talking to those friends of yours?
I'm not talking to you anymore. You're a bad man.
Why am I a bad man?
Don't mistreat old Billy.
What's that?
Don't mistreat old Billy! Poor Billy's just a bag of bones. You're not feeding him at all.
What are you talking about? Billy's my dear dog. I would never mistreat him. Granted, I haven't fed him this morning yet.
Dog of the year, dog owner of the year, you are not.
Yesterday. Did I feed him? Maybe the day before. I've been rather busy.
You should never. Oh my god. This pisses me off so bad. I mean, it should, obviously, but it succeeds.
And not just that. You're bringing a woman here. You're a liar, Doctor! A big unfaithful coward!
Will, calm down. You came here to talk to me, didn't you? Not to fight.
Don't touch me!
Ah! Stop it! Let go! Let go, I say!
Ah!
You little demon! Horrible!
Yeah, you're a counselor, so if a child bites you, your reaction is to throw him into the wall. You're a good counselor.
Believe us, Will. We don't lie. Someday one of us will appear before you. One who understands you well. Follow him.
That can't have been Billy, because he was an old coot even way back then. There's no way he's still alive. Follow him. Was he talking about Pop? Why would he say something like that? I don't understand. But he does have a point. I really can't do anything on my own. I'm hopeless without Pop around. Alright, let's go take care of this other puzzle. A notice. We encourage everyone to lead a quiet life. Do not talk loudly. This is not a lounge. Watch your step in the halls and don't make too much noise. If you find someone hurting himself or hurting others, inform the staff at once. Keep your hands and feet to yourself. So he said the guy was always sitting. Right up against the bars. And then rotate the chair that way. Sit in it. Everyone is watching you. Let's tear down that notice. Seems like that bad feeling went away. That's actually a really clever puzzle. I like that one a lot. Okay, it's just a shower room. We learn quite a bit about Will in this scene. Like, pretty much everything about Will in this scene. Wow, I can see the whole forest. These woods are really big. This hospital must have been built here to be hidden. After all, it was full of weirdos. Of course they'd want to hide it. All the patients here have had their own worlds. They didn't try to leave them, so all you could do was remove them from society. And I guess I'm the same way. I'm locked up in my own world. Everyone thinks I'm nuts. What's going to happen to me, I wonder?
What are you doing out here? You found your rat yet? You said earlier about how Pop could talk. Do you actually think that?
I should have never told you that. I already knew you wouldn't believe me. It's how it's been for a long time. See animals talking and things others don't see, but no one's ever believed me. The truth is, all animals can talk, but no one believes them, so they don't.
Who told you that?
Old Billy, an old skinny dog at my counselor's place.
Won't talk as nobody'll believe it, huh? Sounds like somebody I know. So, what started it?
Huh?
Animals talking? Seeing weird stuff? Was there something that started it all off?
What started it? It was the Hanged Man.
Oh yeah?
Ugh, enough. The more I say, the more you'll think I'm nuts.
Well, suppose you might fall under that category. When I was a kid, I judged a lot by what's visible. This person looks good. This person's athletic. This person's smart. The seeds of imagination get trimmed as soon as they bud, because in a small community, they just get in the way. Not many people can grow them right. If you can get a good flower to bloom, that can be a big advantage to you. Nothing to moan and groan over.
Just stop it. Don't talk like you understand. You're just saying you don't believe me either, right?
Sure, I'm not going to believe you, but I do happen to think it's very interesting. Something wrong with that?
I sort of get what you're saying, but because of my weirdness, people suspect Mom of treating me badly. I don't want to trouble her anymore.
What do you think parents are for? They act like stepping stones for their kids. If you can make her smile someday, it's fine. How about you give up your rat search for today? It's only going to get darker. Besides, David's worried about you.
No, he's not. Like he could be worried about me.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not his cousin. I'm David's little brother. It's just our father who's the same, but...
Remember, David did have fluffy hair as a child. Bill has pretty fluffy hair.
For a long time, I never knew, but my mom was on the phone the other day.
Is food ready yet? I'm hungry.
Mr. Hoover, please, just leave it be. It's all on me.
Mom?
No, I didn't know. But I found out about you later. I couldn't do anything. And I feel terrible about what happened to your mother.
Remember, David's dad did leave them. David mentioned that. It's a throwaway line in The Crooked Man because you're more concerned about what's going on with David. But when his mom is suffering from dementia right before David snaps and they find out about her diagnosis the day he tries to kill her, she goes, "Where's my husband?" And he says, "Dad left a long time ago. Don't you remember?"
Will has nothing to do with this, alright? Please, don't say anything to him. He loved his father. I don't want to disillusion him.
Mom?
Will! Sorry about that. It's time to eat, isn't it? I'll start getting it ready.
I've never seen Mom cry before. Hoover, the person I met at Dad's funeral all those years ago? A diary. It's Dad's.
I found out by reading Dad's diary. After Mom got pregnant with me, he divorced David's mom. Mom never knew Dad had another family until he died. He kept it a secret the whole time. There were a lot of photos kept in the diary. Photos of David and his mom. He wrote about a lot of old memories and things, too. He also wrote, "I regret abandoning my family." Whenever I meet him, David won't even look at me. I doubt I'll ever be forgiven for abandoning my frail wife and my middle school-aged son. The diary also had a letter in it. The letter came with the hangman card and said, "You're a demon child."
So that's that letter you have?
I'm sure this letter didn't come from Dad. It must have been addressed to me and he hid it. After all, I stole Dad away from David. It's all because of me. I ruined David's family.
So you think it was David who wrote that letter? And David was the one who called and made your mom cry?
No, not necessarily. It's just I can't think of any other possibility. Mom is always cheerful and tough, but she was crying. If Mom's being threatened by somebody, I'm not able to protect her. Pop tried to stop me. He said, "What good will it do to go? What can you even do?" But I just couldn't stand it. Mom had David's address written down, so I used that too.
Uh-huh. Well, you didn't have to lie and say you were his cousin.
David was the one who said that. After I broke some merchandise at a fishing shop and he got called in.
Eh? What'd you do that for?
Dad liked to fish. He used to take me along. I was lost and wandered into a fishing shop. I saw the same fishing rod Dad used to have. When I thought of how Mom was suffering because of Dad, before I knew it, I was stomping it to pieces. I came to apologize to David, to say I'm sorry for messing up his family. And yeah, I went and did that and caused him more trouble, so I ended up just running away. Why am I such a coward? I don't know what I should do anymore.
Well, not to stomp all over your determination, but I don't think the letter you've got was written by David. That isn't David's writing. And at least in my opinion, he doesn't have the guts to threaten others. He's stupidly good-natured.
Very true.
On top of that, you say David called your mom, but you didn't hear the conversation, right? Isn't it jumping the gun to say he's threatening her?
Then this letter...
Whatever it was that led you here, you came to talk to David, right? And David could have pretended you were a stranger, but he didn't. He decided to take you with him. He must have wanted to talk to you. In which case, you ought to meet him properly. If you think you've troubled him, apologize for it. You're only a real coward if you give up now.
There's one other person I need to apologize to.
Who's that?
The owner of the fishing shop. I was too scared and nervous, so I never apologized for breaking the merchandise.
Oh, and I guess Sophie, who I screamed at, but meh, who cares?
Then you'd better do that.
Yeah.
I'll be heading out after a little more searching. You should consider the same. If you really want to keep going, there's always tomorrow. See you.
Keith. Keith, was your son important to you?
Yeah, best guy in the world. I still think so now. I wouldn't call your old man's decision right or wrong. Either way, it hurt people, and he regretted it himself. Putting yourself through pain might seem irrational to you, but that's the way a lot of things are. If you butt at everyone, it'll be hard to live.
Look at you, Keith.
What I can say is, don't grovel. Your old man didn't make his decision for you to do that. It was just his way of settling things. Stick out your chest and don't lose sight of your goal. You didn't come all this way to cry and say, it's my fault, did you?
He's right. Whatever got me to come here, I've made it this far. So I'd better do what I need to do. I haven't talked with David yet. I still need to find Pop. This is no time to be crying. So yeah, Will is, David's little brother. He's 14 and David is 28. So his dad left them when they were, when David himself was 14, was Will's age. About 13 or 14. Middle school age, so 13. I was shocked when I heard that, actually. That was like a huge plot twist out of nowhere for me. I didn't think like anything surrounding David would come back into play. And I remember telling Katie beforehand that David is not in the game much, but he does play a very big role. For reasons I couldn't say because they were... Oh, Jesus, that always scares me. I've played this part through at least 5 times and that always gets me. That scared me. This seems to be more run down than the other buildings. I'd better be careful. Yeah, it is a lot to take in. Because, I mean, it's a throwaway line from the Crooked Man. But I love shit like that. Give me that map. There's a notice up on the bulletin board. It says staff must always wear a name tag. Staff's room. Kitchen. Yeah, it's a little wild to think that this is David's little brother, but here he is, half brother, but there's a strange stain on the wall. It sort of looks like a person. Creepy. I love how Will didn't even like think about apologizing to Sophie. I just find that kind of funny. Oh, actually, this is where I need to be going after I look in the rooms. Artwork of the month, room 4305, Kenny Jenkins. I love shake hands with good people. But yeah, so yeah, David himself is kind of like a presence, and he's kind of a catalyst, and that in itself, Katie and I were talking about this, and we've talked about this concept a lot, can in itself be a character. So, that's why I remember telling her that David is not in it a lot, but he's very important. And I will start pointing out when new scenes come up that aren't in the original, and if there's a difference, I'll say there's a difference, or I'll just say this wasn't a scene in the original. So far, everything has been up to par. We are in the last building, by the way. Some staff name tags on the shelves. Okay, so we have Sergio Bowers. Ooh. What was that? That's scary. I don't want to go through here. Yuri does a lot of the visual jump scares in Mermaid Swamp too, and it's very effective. Okay, let's reread that letter to the patient. So, he doesn't like Kenny, because he always sought handshakes from everybody. When he passed him, he always drew back. Wear Sergio Bauer's name tag. So if we put on the name tag... Nothing happened. Good. I hear something weird. Strange stain on the wall. It looks sort of like a person. Alright. Can I... No, I can't do that yet. For real, this is bad. I need to find Pop and get out of here. Hasn't triggered for this puzzle yet. Strange stain on the wall. Looks like a person. Something's written on the floor. Demons are coming from the shower room, from the hallway, and even now from this room. This place is hell. The screams of the dead echo here. The demons must be stopped at once. Things are getting super fucking creepy. Or fucking super creepy. Yeah! Demons, huh? This is new. Will didn't even really consider this in the first playthrough. If David didn't write this letter, then who did? Come to think of it, there's an opening quote, but not a closing one. Maybe there's supposed to be more? David seemed like a nice person. He hadn't changed at all since then. Will just was like, demons, huh? And you kept going with the game. So this is entirely exclusive.
What are you doing there?
There's a ladybug.
Hey, there sure is. It's cute. So, why are you here?
'Cause my dad died.
I see.
And David is fully aware that this is his younger brother.
I don't really get it. What does it mean he died? Did Dad go somewhere?
He went above the sky, I guess.
If I took an airplane, could I go see him? I'm too scared to get on airplanes.
There's no need for that. You'll meet him someday.
What's it like above the sky? Can I get there too?
It's a good place, but you can't be going there yet. Only good men can go there.
Good men? Is Dad a good man?
I don't know. Can you tell me something? What kind of person was your dad? Did he play with you a lot?
Yeah, he played with me all the time. Dad likes to fish. He takes me with him, but it's sort of boring. But see, he drives me there, down to the lake, and I like cars, so it's really fun.
I see. Then your dad must be a good man. I'm sure he's waiting for you there, above the sky. Once you become an adult, and a good man, it might be nice if you go visit him.
My name's Will. Actually, it's William, but everybody calls me Will. Who are you, mister?
I'm David. David Hoover.
So Morton was probably his father's name. Like last name. And Hoover was likely his mom's maiden name.
See you, Will.
I didn't want to come to this conclusion either. That David was the one who wrote this letter. But I can't think of anybody else who could have. Keith seemed to know David pretty well. If he says David didn't write this, then that's probably true. Yeah, and this was... I mean, David's mom was still alive, and... So... And he was having, his problems. We don't know how old he is in that flashback, but we know David suffered from a lot of depression. So, I mean, just to hear him say that, his dad is a good man despite his father leaving and then dying years later. So David had to be in like his late teens, I would guess. Because Will's 14, but he seems... I don't know what age he was at that time. Maybe there's info after the game that will actually tell us. Because I actually don't know. Alright, get the fuck out of here, you fucking hell beasts. But yeah, that says a lot about David. No more screaming. Yeah, we're actually pretty close to endgame right now. An iron gate. It's locked. Can't go this way, huh? Jeez, that scared me. What the hell? Huh? It won't open. You're kidding me.
Hey! Is anybody there? Keith! Keith, hey, open up! Open the door!
The one time Keith isn't conveniently around.
Keith!
The Hanged Man. Yeah, the Hanged Man was what started it. When I started to see strange things.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
Does it look like I'm playing around?
My mom said you shouldn't climb trees.
Oh, I'm not climbing. I'm hanging.
Why are you hanging?
Why do you think?
I don't know.
I'm sure you will someday. I'm not hanging because I want to. I was hanged by all the things in this world.
It started with a minor sense of wrongness. In myself, in others, in society, in the world. A deficit of things that should just naturally be. Mere nagging feelings that seemed to corner me without even noticing. They got bigger, made me suffer, until they became a rope around my neck. Beware, Will. Never overlook even the most trivial feelings and sensations. Never shut your eyes to the oddities you sense. Everything you feel, that is your ally, and the very world itself. Never doubt it. If you do, it will all become your enemy. I'm sure the things that cornered me will someday stand behind you too.
I don't really get it. But I feel like you're saying something really important. Can I come visit you again? I want to hear more.
You can come see me anytime. I'll be waiting.
I'm gonna go play outside, Mom!
Don't go playing in the woods in the back. There might be policemen there.
After I met the Hanged Man, I started seeing these strange things. Mime, Murdoch, Misery, Old Billy. And Pop, too. Of course I know there's no way a talking rat could exist. I just don't want to acknowledge it. If I did, I really would just be nuts. More than anything, I'm scared of losing such a reliable friend who knows everything. I just don't know. Are the things I see and hear real or not? Nobody could see or hear my friends, so everyone figured they were in my head. That would make sense at least. But what about that Hanged Man? He was a real person who killed himself. He definitely existed. Well, true crime expert Katie, I was actually going to ask you this because this is something that's been bothering me. I know there are plenty of improper ways to hang yourself, but can you hang yourself to the point where you can still talk as you're dying? Because he wasn't making any choking sounds. Or was he just fake too? What's fake and what's real? No one understood me. Mom worried for me, but she didn't believe me. Dad listened to me all the time. He didn't make fun of me or anything. I felt like he was the only one who got me. But Dad was a traitor and a coward, just like that damn counselor. At the same time he was saying he loved me and Mom, he was abandoning his other family. Katie was like, if you're really bad at it and you're bouncing on your toes and not actually hanging. He was suspended, so yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm agreeing that, yeah, then yeah. I was like, I don't think it's fucking possible, but I know there's like 10 million ways a hanging can go wrong. So, yeah, so, Will was talking to someone who was already dead. I feel like I sort of get what the Hanged Man said now. What he told me was like a revelation. As you grow up, you start to see things you didn't. You turn distrustful of things that only just bothered you as a kid. With others just as much as myself. I don't know what's a lie and what's the truth. I feel like the path I'm on is getting all twisted. Is it, getting a little crooked, maybe? And I don't say that to, like, be a smartass. Like, he literally found a guy who hung himself. The crooked man was a man with his neck snapped from hanging. I've always felt uneasy about how, at this rate, I might end up meeting the same fate as the hanged man. I want someone to tell me, to admonish me, to let me know what's wrong and what's right. Honestly, I just want to keep walking a straight path like anybody else. But maybe that was impossible for me from the start. Because I'm the demon child who ruined David's family. That's true. Katie says, well, if you're on your toes, you're not applying pressure to your vocal cords or cutting off oxygen. But he was definitely suspended in that scene. Like, he was off the ground. So he was actually legit hanging. What am I even doing? There's no point in crying to myself here. Help might never come, so I've got to do something myself. I'll cool my head and think. I'm sure I can settle this if I do that. Because, yeah, I totally see what you're saying, Katie. But, he was, that dude was completely suspended. You could see the ground beneath him. Check the door handle. When I lower the handle, there's no resistance. So is the handle broken? Normally, lowering the handle would catch the bolt inside and open the door. I'll look in the gap to see if the bolt's moving. Thought so. The bolt's not moving. Maybe it'll open if I catch the bolt with something. Ideally, something L-shaped. Well, we don't have anything L-shaped, but we do have something that we can fold. It's not like it's mine. Probably okay to fold it, right? Alright, now to stick this in the gap in the door. I did it. I got out. See, I could do that just fine. It's stupid to cry about it. I can't just be freaking out. So, it's locked. Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of parallels between Will and David. Like, their struggles are very similar. Does that say anything else? Why is the door still open? Nope. Same thing. Okay, guess the door's just open. But thank you, Coroner Katie, because that was something I was wondering. From the first time I saw that scene, I was like, if you're suspended off the ground, shouldn't you not be able to talk? What was that sound?
Will!
What are you doing over there?
It's nothing. Just, looking at this art. Anyway, Will, I was looking for you. I know I was told to leave, but I really wanted to apologize.
for squishing the fuck out of that rat.
I'm truly so sorry for earlier. I had no idea that was your rat.
It wasn't Pop.
Huh?
That rat wasn't Pop, so you don't need to apologize.
Oh, good. Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, you're suspicious of Robert? Yeah, he's fucking creepy. Yeah, no, Robert's weird. You even more shadier than Ed. Yeah, it's the only person Will should be trusting is Keith. Because Will and Keith, if it isn't obvious by now, have kind of a father-son dynamic, which I really enjoy.
Hey, Robert, why did you grab me earlier?
Sorry for that. I was a bit bewildered after having the detective glare at me. I apologize for getting rough. I'd advise staying away from that detective. You can't tell what he's thinking. He's just scary. Say, Will, did you really get separated from your friend? If you like, I'll search with you. Can you tell me what he looks like?
I don't wanna.
Why not?
Because you're a liar. You were looking for someone in the library. Saying you came here for nostalgia is a big fat lie. And when you grabbed me, it was right after I said Ed's name. You're still looking for something even now, aren't you? I'm sure you're not a bad person, but you're hiding something. That's why you're always averting your eyes. And yeah, Keith might be scary, alright. Someone who sneaks around in secret like us. But he looked me in the eyes and talked to me, and it felt like he understood me.
To everyone else, he's just a dick.
But you, what are you hiding?
It's not like I'm keeping secrets because I want to, you know? Why did this have to happen to me? I haven't done anything. And after I'd finally crawled my way up from that shithole of a life, it's all his fault. That damn father of mine. Why? I can't. Why?
Keith!
It's him.
Will,
It's all
get over
him.
here.
Keith, this guy's acting weird.
Come on, over here.
Him. It's all him.
Let go of Will.
Don't move a muscle. Get rid of your gun. I said get rid of it.
Do you realize what you're doing?
Detective, tell me the truth. You suspect me, don't you? That's why you're watching me. I didn't kill my father, I tell you. I despised him, certainly. An alcoholic who didn't do any real work, quick to turn violent, a complete shithead. But once I got away from him, I've been doing nothing but honest work. Why would I go kill him and make myself unhappy again? Please, stop trying to hunt me down. If you keep chasing me, I feel like I'll go insane.
We don't suspect you. The circumstantial evidence makes it clear. You're not the killer.
Circumstantial evidence doesn't usually clear people? I'm deferring to Katie on that one. Again, true crime buff, help me out. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Then why assign someone to watch me?
Thought I told you. He's your guard. Because the killer might come for you next.
That's inconceivable.
You think of yourself as a victim, and so do we. But not to him. To him there's no difference between the father who beat him and you who abandoned him there.
Abandoned? Even after I ran from our father, I've been sending him money. I didn't abandon him.
We know. We're not blaming you for your past actions. And with your own family now, we know you want to keep them safe. So, I want you to trust us a little more. Please, let go of Will. Stop driving yourself into a corner.
Detective, please. Won't you let my little brother Ed go? He's just not the kind of person to kill someone. He may be slow, but he's kind and likes animals. He's a really good person. You've never talked to my brother, have you? He has a terrible stutter. That's what our father's beating did to him. It wouldn't be a surprise for anyone to kill our father, human garbage that he was. And if anyone had the right to kill him, it would be Ed. It's true. I abandoned Ed along with my father. I knew if I left him there, he would only be unhappy. That's why, now, I have to protect him, before he becomes any more unhappy.
Don't get the wrong idea. We're not the ones judging him. Our job is just to catch him. If he gets away now, he'll just be running forever. Could you call that happiness? If you're going back to the hotel, I can escort you.
I'm fine on my own. Or rather, let me be alone.
Are you hurt?
Keith, you should have taken him. Like, I'm all for Keith, but like, that was fucking stupid. You should have been like, we're leaving.
I'm fine. Keith, so it was Robert's dad who got killed?
I told you not to get involved. I'm not saying a word to you. Come on, Will. Don't you feel like leaving yet? Don't know why I bothered to ask.
Robert, he's Ed's brother? So then, Ed killed their dad? No way. Ed can't be a killer, right? He seemed nice to me. If I see Ed again, what should I do? Wait, does Keith even know Ed is here? I've got to tell him. Yeah, as you can tell, we've got a lot of cutscenes. First, because this can determine your ending, is this Keith's pistol? So it fell here through the hole. Oh, okay. Shit. You were gone. I was like, why isn't she answering? Okay, so we ran into Robert, and he made Keith kick his pistol down the hole. Oh, Twitch is being weird for you. So Keith said something weird, and I would like your true crime input on this, because you would know this really well. Keith was saying circumstantial evidence makes it clear you are not the killer. That seems kind of backwards. Wouldn't circumstantial evidence make you more of a suspect? Because it's just circumstantial. Sorry for the pause in the stream, guys. Katie just knows this shit better than I do. No. So it wouldn't clear Robert. It would make him more suspicious. Or it would or would not clear him. It's circumstantial. It's just that there is no hard facts one way or another. Right. Yeah. So to me that means that Robert wouldn't be in the clear. He wouldn't be more or less, but he would still be a suspect. Yep. So he shouldn't have let that bastard go. Like I said, Keith just let him walk out, and I'm like, you fucking asshole. You idiot, Keith. You should have just taken him to the motel. But Keith really wants to find Ed.
Keith!
What? I haven't seen your rat.
Keith, I've met Ed.
What? Here? Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Did you ever tell me he was a killer? Pretty sure you didn't. Ed said he'd been living here for a little while. Does that mean he's been hiding all along?
I get it. That lousy Robert. So that's the story. Will, it's time to put your rat search on hold. You're getting out of here. I've got to go catch Ed.
But by yourself? You should call for help.
My phone's busted, and I wouldn't want him to get away while I'm out.
Oh. From when you saved me from drowning?
Uh-huh. But no sense in worrying about it now. Let's go.
Wait, I'm fine on my own. I can make my way back. Keith, you hurry up and get Ed.
Nope, we're going together.
I said I'm fine. Catch him quickly. That's the scarier thing to me.
Don't you dare take any detours. Hurry out of here, and go straight to David's. Got that?
Yeah.
Alright, go.
Oh, Keith. Here, your pistol. It fell into the room upstairs.
Thanks.
Alright, so I should be locked in for the good end now. Or the true end. Because, yeah, those are the two determining factors of go after Sophie, and that automatically leads you to bad ends, and then whether or not you give Keith the pistol. Oh, shit, I went the wrong way. Yeah, so there's an end for go after Sophie, give Keith the pistol, go after Sophie, don't give Keith the pistol. Don't go after Sophie, don't give Keith the pistol, etc. Boogeyman still has the most endings. Every other game has 4.
Pop!
Wait, but I need to get out of here. But...
Don't go in there! Pop, grab on, quick! Climb up! Oof.
Ugh, it reeks. Is this the trash dump? The flashlight went flying off somewhere. Yikes, I can't see a thing. Thankfully, I've navigated this garbage heap and know exactly how to get to it. There, the flashlight.
Didn't I tell you to hide over there? Why did you go all moving around?
Robert?
Sorry, Rob. I was looking for something. This right here, it's Mr. George's notebook. He showed it to you too, right?
That's neither here nor there. Someone found out you're here, Ed. A boy looking for his friend mentioned you.
You mean Will?
Yes, him. And that detective who's after you is here too. If Will tells him about you, it's all over. Let's get out of here, quickly. First things first, I'll get you to Sunnyside. My colleague Miles has a beachside cabin. It's not a popular area. You can hide a while there.
Sorry, Rob. I can't leave here just yet. I've got something to do.
What are you talking about? What do you have to do?
Like I said, it's about this notebook. Will found it for me. Now I know the method. You remember, right? What Mr. George and everybody said.
You can't be serious. You're going to take the word of that insane bastard?
Don't use bad words. I really hate them. Don't you know that?
Shut the hell up! This is not the time!
You yourself was talking about how he was screamed at and hit.
I'll go to the police.
What was that?
Once I'm done with this, I'll turn myself in. I did something wrong, so that's the right thing to do.
You don't have to do that! Listen, yes, you did something bad. You killed a man. But our old man tormented you for years. He threatened you, beat you, took your money. Who's going to have a problem with his death?
Rob. Thank you for hiding me. Bringing food really helped too. But it's okay now. I don't want you to go through any more trouble for me. And with everyone saying you're a killer, I'm sorry.
You just don't listen, do you? Don't you dare turn yourself in. You don't need to suffer any more for that asshole.
Rob, stop it. Don't use bad words like that.
What's wrong with calling an asshole? And tell me, are you really taking what George said seriously? Don't believe in the ramblings of a criminal. Don't you know it's all goddamn nonsense? All stained with this shithole shit.
Stop it! I told you, I hate it. I hate bad words like that. My head's hurting.
I'm the one whose head is hurting. You're all bastards! Every one of you!
You're a victim, Ed. You didn't deserve any of this. Shut the fuck up, you're a bastard.
Wake up, Ed. You're the biggest victim here.
Yeah, like right here.
Stop.
You're a victim, I scream at you.
Why do you have to drag us down?
You're a victim, you're dragging us down.
Stop it! 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 Stop it!
Katie?
Rob?
Katie goes, well, that will keep you alive. Trisha just has shocked face, and again, chat is shooketh.
Rob.
Yeah, he blacked out. He was abused emotionally and physically and verbally, so he blacked out and killed his dad. It's shitty, but that's exactly what happened. And Rob pushed him just like their dad did.
It happened again.
Ed's only 23, by the way.
I'm sorry, Rob. I'm sorry. What should I do? No, it won't be enough. I'll need to go looking. But first... Will. I need to find Will.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't. You don't. That's really okay. He killed Robert. Did he get like that and kill his dad too? Why does Ed need to find me? What the hell does he want with me? I'd better make sure I don't come across him. I'll get to the entrance. I'll tell Keith if I see him. Right now, I need to focus on getting out of here. Yeah, Will was literally right in there. If they had just looked. I can't look. I've got to get to Keith. Stop dumping me in the dark like that. I hate that. Oh.
Will.
This is awkward. Not good. I need to run.
Did you find your talking rat? Oh. I wanted to meet him. Too bad.
We're literally in the ending stretch, by the way.
Ed, did you kill your dad?
Yeah.
Why?
He blacked out.
I don't know. That day I messed up at my job at the Chinese place and got fired. When I got home and told my dad, he got really mad and hit me. He always hit me, but he said something that time. Why do you make me suffer? Because of you, I'm unhappy. It was a huge shock. I always thought that by working and everything, I was making him happy. Before I knew it, he was on the floor, bloody. My hands were all bloody too. I killed my dad and fell into the pits of unhappiness. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to disappear somewhere. That's when I remembered this place. We were poor and suffered, but I liked how everyone helped each other here. Once I got here, Rob came for me. He figured I must have been hiding here. It seems like Rob was doing all sorts of things to help me escape. He brought me clothes and food. But still, I've decided I won't run anymore. Between Dad and Rob, I've done unforgivable things.
You'll go to the police?
Yeah, once I'm done with something important.
Something important?
What Mr. George taught me.
Oh yeah, the Murderer's Handbook.
All the homeless people who lived here suffered because we were people who couldn't work and did bad things and betrayed people. The priest said we were punished for our deeds, so we had to do good work for society and make everyone happy.
Katie, that's a good read. The Murderer's Handbook. Yeah, that told you where to stash your bodies.
Mr. George said all the years you suffered, those were the best years of your life.
Friendly reminder for anyone in last stream, that was what was written on the post, or not the postcard, the Polaroid.
But they weren't happy years. No matter what, we couldn't become happy. After all, for someone to be happy, it takes the sacrifice of other people, especially sinful people. The same way our sacrifice made other people happy. For us to become happy, we had to sacrifice others. That's why Mr. George and the people who agreed with him did that.
You mean the incident 15 years ago?
Right. He called it like a ritual to become happy. Rob dismissed it as just self-destructive. I guess someone like him couldn't understand. Someone who could work hard and crawl out.
But they were all arrested, right? The ritual didn't make them happy at all.
It's not about good and evil in the law, and it's not about good and evil in society. It's a trial to become happy. It's just the first step to escape from your suffering. It's not the result at the end that's important. It's the process.
I don't get it.
I guess you wouldn't. But that's fine. This is our philosophy that only we know. No one else needs to understand it. Will. It was when I met you and heard your words that I was reminded of Mr. George's teachings. When I first saw you in the hall, you were confessing. I'm a demon child. Because of me, a family fell apart. I'm glad I met you. I want to be happy too.
Is he going to come after me? A ritual to become happy? And he's gonna kill me for that? You've gotta be kidding. I need to leave here ASAP. He might come for me. Trisha, this is not the time. That CG and just the way it pans down and everything, and just the way it's said, like, so good. The first time I saw that, I legitimately got chills. I was actually super freaked out.
Keith!
Why are you still here? I thought he told you to leave.
Ed killed Rob, and now he's gonna kill me!
What?
So, Ed...
Wait, first I'll get you out of here. Let's head for the exit.
We have Keith.
Get back!
We had Keith.
Keith? Keith! Keith! So much blood. What do I do? What should I think there were towels in the staff room downstairs.
Yeah, we noticed that stack of towels earlier. God damn it. I always do that. God damn it. I'm going everywhere but the stack room. Shit. A few towels on the table. Let's grab them. Run back up to Keith. Uh-oh.
This person's a detective, huh? I saw him in a magazine once. He's a bad person. He kills lots of people.
Thanks, tabloid writers.
Huh?
Good. You wouldn't have been enough. Because now I need to make up for Rob, and not just Dad. I'm glad I met him too. Now I can clear up 2 misfortunes and be happy.
Ed, stop it! This is just a joke, right?
Don't move, Will. Just follow me and don't do anything. Or else I'll snap his neck. The rope's a little long. Will, do you have a knife or something? Lend it to me. Now I'll hang you up and cut open your stomach. That's what Mr. George did, right here. It said so in the notebook, too. It might hurt, but it'll be over quick. Just endure it. Thank you, Will. I'm really glad I met you.
Keith!
Don't move. I'll untie the rope.
Keith! Keith! Get up, come on!
He's got a head injury, Will.
What do I do? I need to get away from here. But... What should I do?
Ah, jeez, I can't stand to watch this.
Where the fuck have you been?
Looks like you've gotten yourself in one heck of a mess while I've been running around, eh, Will?
Pop! Please help me. I don't know what I should do. Tell me.
Use your head. You can't be relying on me forever.
I can't do anything.
Oh, really? You realize if you do nothing, that guy'll kill you?
I don't want that.
Well, you could always just save yourself.
No! I definitely don't want Keith being killed.
Then you better do something. He'll come back while you're dawdling.
And talking to me.
Oh, fine. I'll give you a hint. Beat it!
Huh? What are you talking about? I can't run away and leave Keith behind.
Will. You're a clumsy coward. Running's your strong suit, right? Just gotta add a little courage to it. I've given you enough hints now. To protect the guy, you gotta run. You get me?
I see what you're saying, but if I mess up... I know. I'll look for a weapon.
Don't even think about it. Sure, even a rat like me can bite back at a cat when he's cornered. But what happens after that? Once you taste blood, you'll do it again.
Pop, that's not sound advice. He should have a weapon for self-defense.
Will, you've been kept up in your room, looking out the window, and you felt like that showed you what the world was, so you despaired. You're scared, afraid that man's hanging from the tree outside, wondering if you'll end up like that too. But that window's fogged up. You gotta leave the room on your own 2 feet. So take the first step. You're not a guy who's taken by delusions and hurts people. Ain't that right? Show 'em the funky strength of your fight.
Will.
Keith!
hide somewhere. Look for a chance to get out of here. Don't let Edward find you.
But what are you gonna do? Once he comes back, he might kill you.
You don't have to worry for a grown-up kid. Think about your own safety.
But...
Listen. Your father died when you were young, but I know he never wanted you to die like this. So, do what I'm telling you. Please.
You're right. But I could tell you the same thing. I know your son wouldn't want you to die like this. I'm going to get his attention and lead him away from here. That way he won't come near you. While I do that, you hide. And when you can, get out of this building.
Stop. Don't be rash.
Keith. Thanks for protecting me. Again and again. I'm glad I can meet you.
Will!
Don't cry. Stop shaking.
This is new because, Will was walking by himself and psyching himself up. And now it's Pop that's doing it, which I actually don't like. I kind of like Will doing it for himself better.
You can do this. You gotta do this. I know you can definitely do this.
This game's making you way jumpier than the other ones.
Yeah, show them, Will. Go show them how you're not a useless brat.
Yeah, Will literally says all of that to himself in the first run through, and I actually like that better than Pop saying it to him. He says it while walking along this hallway.
Will.
Hey, asshole! You want to kill me, right? Go ahead and try. But I bet you can.
I told you, you shouldn't use bad words. I really hate them.
Oh yeah? So what? You think I care what you like or hate? I'm not gonna play along with your shitty philosophy. I'm not like you.
Will!
Jesus.
You angry? Just try and catch me! Dumbass!
Remember, Ed knows a lot of secret passages around the place. He's not following me, but he knows this facility well. He'll try to get ahead of me to catch me. I'll get out of the building and lead him into the woods, so I can get him away from Keith. Okay, warning, I'm going to die a lot. That's just how this goes. That's literally the guide. the guide for the achievement you get just for like getting this part, which is just literally escaping Ed, just said get through this without Ed catching you. Good luck. This is probably the hardest part of any of the Hanged Man, or not the Hanged Man, the Strange Men series. So I'm going to die a lot. Probably, I know the exact area. I'm probably going to get caught a lot because it requires a lot of tight turns. And there's a reason I was unlocking doors between buildings. I'm also going to be using my keyboard, so you're going to hear a lot of clickety-clacking. And a lot of me being silent. Digging the acoustic, though. Fuck, like that. Jesus Christ, he's fast. That's embarrassing. But he's very fast. The good thing is Ed doesn't really start to, he doesn't start to move in the room until you do. So there is time to pause. But he's really fast. For the most part, there is one hallway where he actually follows you through. Shit. Oh, I didn't do that right. Oh, I know I don't. Shit! Wrong floor, wrong floor. Shit balls. I need to stop and, like, take a look at my maps. That's why they're there. That's why you take them. I need to start using them. I knew I was going to choke on this part a lot. But yeah, since I get that break, I need to take it. Yeah! The Hanged Man is not really, like, the big bad of this. That's the thing. He's not really an entity. Unlike in the other games. It's more symbolic for Will. Okay, stop. I believe Z was, yeah, okay, Z's looking at our items. So let's look at our map. We're in area 6? No. What's my inventory? X, okay. I'm not used to the keyboard, I'm used to the controller, which I've abandoned. 5, okay. The 3rd floor. So I need to go down 1 floor. Okay. And yeah, Will cries out every time Ed pops up. Okay. Okay, I'm at 4. I came in through the 3rd floor, so I need to go up to the library on the 5th floor. If you're wondering how I know that, look for the hallways. Actually, I think my mouse can actually still be able to be seen. So, yep, okay. You want to look for these. So I came in through here, and I need to get out through here. Also, the music for the Hanged Man is acoustic. Very subtle. Okay, up 2 floors and you can't save. Shit. Where's my fucking flashlight? Okay. Where's he gonna... hang on, let me look at my app. My map again. Okay. Okay. Fuck! He can catch me on those stairs and he shouldn't have. Like I said, I'm gonna die a lot. This is infamously, like I said, hardest part. No. I'm not gonna lie, part of the reason I'm a streamer is because I don't have video editing software, so I feel very pressured to do very well. Especially in sequences like these. It does make me feel better that Let's Players I know have gotten caught up on this. But they've been able to edit it out. Oh, this is gonna get a copyright claim. Oh! The stairs! The sideways stairs. These aren't even the stairs that are gonna screw me. I just gotta relax. kind of have to do what I do when I play rhythm games, which is kind of like let myself unfocus a bit and not think. Sorry, chat. You're gonna hear silence, and you can say shit. I might just not be looking. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Here, and here's where he follows you. And these aren't even the stairs that can kill you! Okay. Fucking... Okay. That was an area map 4, right? Yes, okay. So, let's go to map 3. No, meh? Building 2. Building 2. Yeah, oh, fuck. Yep, here's where I can get screwed very easily, because I have to go down those stairs, and he pops out of one of the rooms, and if you don't take those stairs tight, yeah, right here, if you don't take this set of stairs tight, you are fucked. I need to get... So I'm on the 6th floor. That's where I am right now. So it's area map number 3. Nothing I need to worry about, I guess. Am I in building 1 then? I might be. Here we go. Oh, cat, this is the worst time. Okay, holy shit, okay. My cat just did the polite paws thing, where she put her front paws on my leg. Holy shit. Hi, honey. Hi. You can sense Mama's anxiety? Yeah? She has the worst timing for me playing video games. Yes, hello. Okay. Okay. This is so stressful. Yes, I know. I thought you were keyboard smashing at first, Trisha. Whew. Okay, just taking a breather. Gotta relax. Oh, pet my cat. Scratch your butt. Okay, come on. Shoo shoo. Come on. Move your butt. Stop rubbing up against your Aunt Katie's birthday gift. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Mama has a killer to avoid. Okay. Right. Okay. So I just need to make it to where the fuck am I? Okay, go all the way to the right and through the door. This is where I look at the guide, because the map is not that helpful. All the way right and through the door. Okay. Go right and upstairs. Oh, Jesus, you were right on me. Go all the way left and through the door. Holy shit. Unfortunately, we're not done.
This way, stupid!
Hang on a sec. Sorry, cat was scratching. I was so worried I couldn't help but come back. But I wonder if Will is still here. I hope he doesn't yell at me like, don't come back. He may be cowardly, but he can get really angry. Kind of cute in a small animal way, but...
Mr. Keith? What happened? Those wounds.
Sophie, lend me a hand.
Okay. I'll run as far away as I can. I've got to buy time. Yeah, there's another save point, thank God. So I actually did better than my first run because that run straight down the stairs where I was actually telling my cat she hit me at the wrong time. You need to take those turns. You can't go wide into the, you can't go onto the outside of the stairs because Ed will catch you and he pops out on that third floor. And I kept getting screwed there. And I just kind of had to zone out. This has a lot of loops, but there's a lot of foliage blocking the way, so I could also die quite a few times here as well. But I did better than I did my first run, so I will say that. Okay. Yeah, like, you get caught on something and that's it. It needs to be perfect. You're gonna hear a lot of clickety-clacking. I just know it's vaguely south. I might be going the wrong way. I think I am, actually. Shit. Holy shit. Oh, that took me so long the first time. Okay, now we can enjoy the ending. Holy shit. It was way better than my first run of doing either of these. Holy crap. Whew. Dead end.
Will.
Keith should be long gone by now.
Thank you, chat. I hope that was not too agonizing to watch. I was afraid it was going to be a lot longer than that.
I told him to run away while I was leading you around. There's no point in just hanging me, right? So this is it for you. Ed.
That was fucking intense. Imagine playing it. I got so frustrated.
I was always uneasy. I was worried I was delusional and nuts. So the fact that you believed me about Pop and understood what I was saying, it made me happy. But it's no good. If you completely go into your own world, you're ultimately going to be all alone. You can't keep living like that. You won't have faith in yourself. I need to get out of the room I've been in. I need to become an adult. Don't you too? Sacrificing someone won't make you happy. Even if it does, you'll definitely regret it someday. Especially when you're as kind as you are. You need to leave that rundown place and shake off those delusions haunting you. Atone for your crimes, Ed. That's what you need now.
Help me, Will. I don't know what to do anymore. I know there's something wrong with me, but then what should I do? Dad and Rob, they're gone. No one can tell me anymore. Please, listen to what I'm saying. There's no other way.
even if you become happy that way, it'll still just be you. You'll always be all alone. And someday, you'll end up hanging yourself. I don't want that at all. I'll never be a hanged man!
Will, are you okay?
The scene with Sophie was also new. I forgot to mention that because I was just like freaking out. The scene with Sophie was also new, with her coming back. Like, originally she just shows up with Keith there, and you're like, what the fuck?
Sophie! Keith!
You did good. That was pretty cool.
Will!
Oh, this is new too.
Jeez, I can't stand to watch this. Don't cry.
Is somebody there?
Over here, Will.
Mr. Rat, you can talk?
Hey, Will. Why are you crying?
It's been a while since Dad died, but I still get really lonely sometimes. I think maybe I'll never see Dad again.
Hey, now. What's crying going to do for you? Your dad's just gone on a long journey. You'll definitely meet him again someday. To get ready for then, you gotta be a real good man, Will.
That's the name of the first ending. First good ending. The ending the first time around. It's Real Good Man.
A real good man?
I was just thinking about how he could escape from this cage, but I'll put that off. I'll be someone you can talk to for a while. So don't cry all by yourself, Will.
Your stories are always really funny. Oh, Billy talked to me a lot too, but it's a lot more fun talking with you.
Old Billy, eh? Of course that old man's preaching is boring.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Billy since you came. Or Mime, or Murdoch, or Misery.
Yeah, they won't be coming back no more, because I sort of came in their place.
What do you mean?
Meetings and farewells come in sets, and it'll be the same for me. Someday I'll leave your side.
You're going away?
Of course. After all, I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. I'll stick with you for now because you're pitiful, but I'm planning to set out again soon.
Don't go. I don't want to be alone. I'm lonely. Dad left me without saying anything. Mom might do the same thing. And people say I'm a weirdo who talks to nothing. I have a few friends at school, but I don't have any friends I could tell the truth to. I'm scared that someday I'll be really, really alone. If that happens, what should I do?
Will. Didn't I tell you? You gotta be a real good man. A real good man knows there are hellos and goodbyes. He takes action and tries to see the world for himself. Sure, there's a lot of people who will leave you, but there'll be a lot of people you meet too, see? Hey, Will, you realize that? You're a real clever guy. You're not just a scaredy cat. You're super sensitive to your feelings and changes around you. You think hard about even the smallest things. You try to figure out what happens and why it's that way, and you give it a name and make it yours. Those are your treasures, the essential pillars of your world. But whatever you do, those pillars crumble. You gotta get new ones, or else you can't keep up with the world. You gotta meet lots of people, experience lots, and keep your world fresh. Do that and you'll never be alone. So listen, Will, you should never despair all alone. You can't hide in your own world. When you're uneasy, you can always remember me, the super rat who gives your little self courage.
I know. I know, Pop. I knew this moment would come for a long time. It's time for us to part. I know that, but I hope you forgive me for still clinging on to you. It's just, I wanted to say goodbye.
Does your injury still hurt?
It's better when I'm moving around instead of sitting still. Maybe it'd hurt less if you gave it a little kiss.
So they're doing fine. Their counseling went well.
Not in front of a child, honey.
He's not a child anymore.
Then, I guess I can't say no.
Alright, guys.
That's right. I'm not a child, so do as you please.
Thank you, Will.
So you're awake. How are you feeling?
Look at Helena, she's blushing.
My soul's hurt like hell.
I'll bet they do, after all that running around.
Are you okay? Should I call a doctor?
Are you Keith's wife?
Yes, I'm Helena. It's nice to meet you. Your mother's on her way here now. You can meet her soon. I'll go tell the doctor you woke up.
Thanks.
She seems nice.
There's no seems about it. She is.
Keith, what happened with Ed?
He confessed to his father's murder. He's being questioned now. Robert's seriously injured, but he's alive. We're waiting for him to regain consciousness.
I don't know how Rob survived that, to be perfectly honest.
Their trial will be starting soon. You might need to give some testimony. Are you up for it?
I'll be okay. I can see what happened. David.
Keith, thanks for calling me.
You're late. He just woke up now. I'll step out for a second. Take over for me.
Lucky shots, like, lucky for Ed that he missed. Robert's stupid head. I do hate Robert.
David. Ow!
You idiot! What were you thinking? Disappearing without saying a thing.
But, I mean...
No buts. Do you know how long I was looking for you?
David, 3 years ago, you were the same way.
I caused you trouble, so I thought I shouldn't cause any more.
Didn't you realize disappearing would make me worry more? Doing something so conceited and selfish.
David.
You're like your father that way.
And you're like him too, David.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Let's talk a little. And don't run this time. Got it?
Okay.
This is a new scene, because that was the last we saw of David in the first run through.
Thought you quit smoking.
This is my last one.
No, it's not.
Seems he found this in his dad's possessions. Figured he didn't need it anymore, so I took it. This is what got him to come here. You wrote this letter, didn't you?
Oh, he lied.
Why do you think that?
It's your writing.
He lied to Will.
When have you seen my writing?
On the paperwork for the World's Worst Tour. Got a chance to see it after the fact.
Nice Boogeyman reference.
Why'd you write this to him? Were you trying to threaten him?
You got 1 out of 3. Yes, I'm the one who wrote that. But I didn't mean for it to be a threat. And most importantly, it wasn't addressed to Will. It was to my father. I really resented my father. I was 14 at the time. I couldn't forgive him for abandoning my frail mother. But one day, when he sent pictures of his child, I had a thought. Sure, I resented my father, but was there any reason to resent this child? You're a demon, child. Someday, you'll be burning in hell for your sins. That's only the first part. But you're blessed, because you had a blessed child. Your child gave you light, showed you the way. Go on, you pitiful man. No one's going to blame you anymore. Familiar with it? It's a quote from Detective Crawford, specifically the Hangman episode.
Hey, title drop. Again. Cat.
My father liked the show and watched it with me. I figured he would know the line, so I didn't even need to write the rest, but I did include the card as a hint. Any child should be blessed. They shouldn't be burdened with their parents' sins. These were words of celebration only he would understand. I just hesitated to write the celebratory part. It was sort of meant to be playful. I'm sure my father must have understood it. That's why he held on to it.
Why'd you call his mother?
It was about money. The money my father left before he left home. I hadn't touched it the whole time. I set aside some for my mom's funeral, but there was a lot left. Then, I remembered Will, still in junior high, so I thought he might need money soon. Shirley told me I could do what I wanted with it, too. But before that, I wanted to tell Will about her father, so I called Cindy, but she refused me. She said it was too soon to tell Will what his dad did. But I talked with Cindy again earlier, and she understood. Because when Will finds the path he wants, she doesn't want him to have to give it up because of money.
You can just take the inheritance, you know. You're bound to need it sometime, too.
It's stubbornness, plain and simple. I felt like I should support my family with the money I earn, not my father's money. Maybe in spring, I should invite him to a baseball game or something.
Remember, David likes baseball. That's what he and Fluffy had in common.
And if I went with Will to visit his grave, I wonder what our dad would think there in the afterlife.
I'm sure he'd be happy. It's about time for Will to take off. Not going to see him off?
I talked with him plenty earlier. I'm fine.
Right. Me? I'm not sure what I'll do.
Being his new father. I'm his new dad now. This is my new son.
What's the matter?
It doesn't feel good keeping secrets from kids. I get the urge to tell them the truth.
I don't think telling the truth is always a good thing, especially when it's to a kid.
Guess so.
So, Robert did kill Pop. That's not something you learn in the first playthrough.
Ugh, it's cold.
In the first playthrough here at the train station, Keith gives Will a rat and says he found him because he caught him in a net while he was investigating. And Will asks why he was carrying a net, and Keith just kind of deadpan snarks, like, it's always good to have a net on investigation. So they're on the train, and his mom is asleep, and he tries talking to Pop, and Pop won't talk back. And Will's like, oh, you won't talk anymore? That's okay, because I still have you. So, yeah, that's why I wanted to do this run through, because it's what Keith actually wants. Will's Pop was actually killed by Robert.
I'll go on ahead.
Mom? Sorry for worrying you.
You're saying that now? I worry about you every day. I'm glad that I got to have a proper talk with David thanks to you. Though, leaving without a word to me, not so much. If you make dinner tomorrow, I'll forgive you. I look forward to it. The train's about to leave. Come on, quickly.
Will!
Sophie.
Good, I made it in time. You're leaving already?
I decided to go back home for now.
Ah, that's good. Did you find Pop? Oh, really? Too bad. I heard about you and David. Did you talk with him?
Yeah.
What did he say?
If it's fine with you, you can think of me as a big brother. I want to get along with you. He's so dumb. There's no good reason to have a gloomy guy like me as a little brother.
You're just going through teenage angst, Will.
What are you saying? David said that because that's what he wants. Or is it because you don't want that?
No. It made me really happy. Sophie. Thanks for everything. For helping me out.
You should really look at people when you thank them.
Stop it! Don't touch me, you dummy!
Sorry to butt in, you two.
Alright, before anybody starts shipping anything, Yuri has confirmed nothing happens between Will and Sophie. Will likes girls that are more feminine, and when he grows older, and Sophie likes guys that are older. Sophie sees Will as a little brother.
What is it, Mr. Keith?
I'm sorry we couldn't find your rat.
It's okay. Pop told me all the time, I'm a world-traveling super rat. Can't just sit still in one place. He stayed with me because he pitied me, but maybe he thinks better of me after this. So I'm sure Pop set out on his way. I'm guessing Pop won't come back, but maybe somewhere far away we'll meet again. It's really sad to think of it as a final goodbye, but by the time we meet again, I'll be a good man who he won't be ashamed to call his friend.
Right. That sounds good to me. Cold out here. David said once it warms up, he wants to go to a baseball game with you. So come back in spring.
Give me a call when you come visit. I'll tell you all the good places in town that aren't those creepy woods.
Okay. Thank you.
Sometimes I like to imagine that tiny little rat, his tiny little body full of big dreams, going anywhere and everywhere on his journey. Good end too, so the true end. Tiny rat journey. So these are new credits for me. Oh, look at David in his Crooked Man outfit. These are new, this is a new ending screen for me, actually. Before it was just like a blank black credit screen roll. Aww. It's doing it in order. Alright. I'm getting fucking feels. Damn it. It's the order everybody came in and how they were when they first appeared. I like how Keith doesn't walk with them, he walks alongside them. And a little bit to the back because he's a badass. Oh, and then there's Will and Pop. I like that. Aww, Pop. I'm actually not a big Pop fan. Like, a lot of people really love Pop. I think his voice actor did a good job. I just find him to be a little weird and, like, jarring. But I think it's really cute. Just that. Oh, he's tired. But Pop's a little too, like, corny for me. I'm glad you liked this one. It is known as the weakest of the games due to its pacing. It's got some pretty slow pacing. It picks up near the end more. If I hadn't known what I was actually doing and I would have had to explore every room, it would have taken twice as long. And that's what happens to a lot of people because they don't want to follow the guide. And a lot of things are like doubling back to find rooms that I've randomly opened. So, I mean, I can understand a lot of people's gripes with the game. Thank you for playing. You're welcome. But I really do like The Hanged Man. I think it has great atmosphere. I think it has a good message. I think the parallels... last achievement, Tiny Rat Journey. I think the message is good. I like it a lot. But Boogeyman is so good that it stays my second favorite. So Hanged Man remains third in line. And then lastly is Sandman. Congratulations on getting the good ending, or the second good ending. As a bonus, there are character bios, descriptions of other games in the series, and messages from the voice actors. Please enjoy it. I have actually not heard any of the messages from any of the voice actors. That was something Manly did not cover, so I'm actually going to check this out. And there weren't that many voice actors in this game as compared to Boogeyman. Once again, thank you for playing The Hanged Man. Sandman's summary and comments. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of this is covered in the videos that I've done on YouTube. Trisha's with me in that order of games. A lot of people really dig Sandman. We'll wait on the character bios. First, we're gonna check out the voice actors, because I want to hear... I have not seen this. You're with me on that order as well, Katie? I'm gonna talk to Will last, because his voice actor was really, really good. So let's start with his new dad. Because that's basically what happened.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing? It's me, it's your best friend, Blue Neon Lightshow, back to voice Keith from the last game, The Boogeyman. You can just call me Neon for short. I heard Keith was going to be in the next game after we finished The Boogeyman, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. A pleasant surprise if you ask me. It was enjoyable to voice Keith once again, albeit a ton of lines to record and whatnot, but hey, that's part of the fun, right? Anyway, congratulations on beating the Hanged Man and getting to the secret ending. Go around and see what the other voice actors have to say. They certainly deserve the credit just as much as anyone. Oh, I guess I should also mention how to get in touch with me, right? I'll just leave my contacts here. Fair warning, I am horrible at keeping in touch, but you can always trust me to eventually get back to you, even if it is within a month. Anyway, enjoy.
Hi. I guess I'm back. Serene Harper, reporting for Juicy. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had a brilliant time playing it. Uri has been working really hard on this game, so let's all congratulate her on finishing it. And for wrapping up the Strange Men series with a big round of applause. Yay!
Oh, she applauds. That's so cute.
I really wasn't expecting Helena to reappear in this game, but here she is. Uri messaged me a few months ago asking if I could voice Helena again, and to be honest, I was quite surprised. I sincerely thought that her role ended in The Boogeyman, and technically it did. Uri did tell me she'd only have a few lines, but I was more than okay with it. I just didn't expect it to be like that. You could have given me a forewarning that the parents would be flirting so I could have avoided getting embarrassed, Uri. I can still feel my face burning. I blame you. I don't have much to say. I think I've run my mouth enough on my TPN message. I guess I can tell you guys what I've been up to. I've started working on my own games, 5 of them in fact, interchangeably because I love being miserable. But they won't be out for a long time as I'm extremely busy with everything else. 3 of them are visual novels, while the other 2 are being made using the RPG Maker 2005 engine. 2 of them are silly, while the rest are rather heavy and full of misery and horror, kinda. So, yep. Anyway, enough of that. Congratulations once more on finishing The Hanged Man, and I hope you enjoyed the Strange Men series altogether. I know I did. Send tons of love and praises Uri's way. She definitely deserves them. That's all spoiler rotten. Anyways, you guys know where to find me. For those who don't, my Twitter handle is Serene Harper because I'm creative that way. I sound way too happy. Take care always and catch you later.
Her voice actress is adorable.
Hello, and congratulations on making it all the way into this room. You must be quite the gamer. My name is Louis Bedelmont. I'm an up-and-coming actor and writer. If you're curious about me, I've also written a book called Tales I Grew Up With, The Grandparents, which you could find on Amazon.com, and I'm highly involved with a fun online series called the With Voices Project, which you can find out more about on TV Tropes. Additionally, I do live-action acting. I'll be playing the role of Torres in an upcoming web TV series called Beyond Scope. But that's probably enough self-promotion. Were you expecting that Pop would be used in all the ways he was used in this story? I sure wasn't. First, he was made to be Will's mouthpiece. Then Will chased him all throughout that old abandoned building like Alice chased that white rabbit in Wonderland. And finally, he became Will's cheerleader. Pop's just the most versatile rat ever. Say, which of Uri's Strange Man series did you like best? Besides The Hanged Man, my other favorite is her first one, The Crooked Man. But that's just me.
Hey.
Almost a pity that this will be the last installment of the Strange Man series, but I'm sure Uri has gotten even greater ideas in store. Can't wait to see them in the future.
He did a good job voicing Pop.
I'm Adam McMillan, the voice of Robert Hayes. Congratulations on beating the Hanged Man. I had so much fun with this character and getting to experience the way his personality unfolded. I'm an aspiring voice actor, and I've been able to be a part of other projects such as Pokemon The True Abridged series, Beyond School, and a new project called In the Flesh. I also upload YouTube videos at youtube.com/thatchannel90. Hope you had a good time.
Hey there. I'm not one for speaking much about myself, but congratulations on finishing the game. I hope that you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed participating in voice acting. This is my first ever voice acting experience, and I hope that everything on my end was good enough to immerse you. I want to thank Uri for giving me such a great opportunity to experience something so new to me, as well as my girlfriend for letting me know that voice acting auditions were occurring for this game. Currently, I am a theater student who enjoys playing many video games and watching many anime in my free time. I think I fit an okay person to do voice acting, right? Feel free to contact me through my email for anything, and again, thanks for playing.
Wow. He did a great job for his first time. Ed gave me chills.
Hi, I'm Star Leader or Arian, and I am the voice of young Will. Congratulations on finishing the second playthrough of the game! Yay! I was really excited when I found out I would voice in The Hanged Man, as I have loved the Crooked Man series, and I remember playing all sorts of RPG games with my cousins and reading aloud the lines for the voiceless characters. I'm really happy that 10 years later I'm still doing it, but on a more serious level. I found that voicing Will when he was young was different from voicing other younger versions of characters, as these types of characters are commonly shown to display a contrast between before and after a major event. But this young Will is shown to you while he's going through that major change and still trying to understand and find his way in the situation. So he's caught between a time of innocence but also a time of acceptance and growth. A lot of other young boys I have voiced were still stuck in that innocent and naive time of their lives, and I would make it a focus to sound really cute and clinging to that side. Will is young and still has much to learn, but he's also trying to understand where his life is heading. That really defined an important goal to me, to grasp his innocence but still show his struggle to find his way out of this storm. I really love Will, and seeing everyone's work made me really honored to be a part of this team. I hope you enjoyed playing, and thank you so much for listening.
These guys weren't major characters. Let's talk to old Billy.
Arf, bark, growl, howl, whine, and woof. Which is your favorite dog noise? I'm quite partial to whining and whimpering myself. Hello to you, and congratulations on making it into yet another one of Uri's Games bonus rooms. I hope you had fun, or if you were watching someone else play through, that you enjoyed the story at least. My username's Altepeja Loco, but you can call me Loco. My real name is Francisco Eduardo Villaos, but don't bother remembering it. Aren't Uri's Games great? I'm not attempting to suck up here. I genuinely love that aspects of real-life drama, psychological horror, and potentially unexplained supernatural events all coexist in Hair the Blank Man series. I auditioned for a lot of the adult male roles very close to the deadline, so I was kind of surprised that I was contacted to take even a single one of them. It ended up being Old Man E, I think, and I had to submit a lot of weird takes for said role. So when I found out that it was for Old Billy, a dog, I thought that Uri must have wanted one of my deeper, gravelly attempts. So I recorded my lines like that. Except it turns out she actually liked a different take for that role. And I only learned this around the time the area where I live in was particularly noisy due to a city fair and lots of rain. Needless to say, at the time I'm recording this, I might still be about to make a third alternate take, because I can't seem to reproduce the wheezing voice she wanted perfectly anymore. I have no idea how I did it during my audition. Anyway, I'm not a professional by any means, in fact I'm unemployed. I'd like to make games, but mostly I'm known for drawing, animating very slowly, and talking over video games whilst mishearing other people. I have no idea if players who see this room have seen every ending, but hopefully you have, because I'd like to maybe speak with those players right now. Especially the ones who saw an ending with Old Billy.
Okay, I'm skipping that then.
Old Billy's a good dude. Anyway, hope you're all happy and well. See you.
Sorry, that involves a bad ending. I have a message from the translator VG person, who was a huge help on the translation front this time. VG person first translated The Crooked Man and has since helped enormously with the other three. Oh shit. Well, that would explain why there's nothing on the website. Hi, it's VG Person. Just like the Boogeyman, I translated this game in advance so that Uri could recruit English voice actors. After the rough learning experience it was the Boogeyman, Uri took a different approach to the voice acting this time. She completed the whole rest of the game first, then handled the voice acting. I think this made life easier for everyone. Uri could just focus on the game before worrying about recording, and my work and the voice actor's work wasn't spread out over such a long period of time. Also, rather than just scripts, we could use the finished game as reference. Being able to translate with full context, as I usually can, helped a lot, and I think the voice acting benefited too. I was so glad to help Uri conclude the Strange Man series, the series that led me to her in the first place. I look forward to helping her with future endeavors, which VG Person has. They have translated her other games.
Hello, this is Teach. I am the creator of the With Voices series, which takes games like these and gives them voices. So you can imagine my surprise when I actually get to take part in a game like this. I am very fascinated with the Strange Men series and have always been looking forward to the next installment in the story. I have always loved how one installment leads to the other, and at the same time the way each one is a unique story with a different kind of strange man. It's been an honor and a pleasure to take part in this final installment of the Strange Men series, and I love the aspect of a fully voiced game. I'll gladly try out for any future game Uri tries to make. By the way, for those of you who are wondering about my work, I've done Mogeko Castle with voices, The Great Garden with voices, and Garden Grey Thou with voices. I'm currently working on Undertale with voices, Genocider, and Secret of Mana Theater with voices, and one of these days I'll tackle the Crooked Man with voices and the Sandman with voices. Though I wonder what I should do once I reach the Boogeyman with voices.
I'm guessing those are fan projects. So yeah, these were like the NPCs. Oh, Sophie's talking to Reagan, I think.
Hi there, guys. It's me, Chocolate, the voice of Sophie. Congrats on beating the game. I hope you had a good, spooky time playing it. I'm really glad to be in another game in this series, and I'm really excited to play the finished game. Thanks to Uri for making these games, and VG Person for translating them, and all the other voice actors in the games, because you guys are really, really great. I've actually been working on it for a while, but didn't mention it before, so I'll say it here. I'm also working on a game. It's called Dollhouse, and it's kind of a surreal adventure game. It's taking a while since I'm trying to make most of the resources myself, but it's definitely coming along. Anyway, if you want to reach me, I have a Twitter, Art Tumblr, DeviantArt, and a Facebook artist page, and the usernames on all of those are ChocoChocolate. Also, I really love rats. I felt the need to say that because I had to pretend that I was disgusted by a rat when I, in fact, am the opposite of disgusted by rats. I love them. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Chocolate has been with the series the longest. Because Davosity wasn't in this one, so Chocolate's been with us the longest.
Hi there! Thank you so much for playing the Hangman. Did you have a great time? I hope you did! I'm Jess, and I provide the voice for Regan in this game. This is my first time recording for an RPG horror game, and it was such a treat. I'm so thankful to be a part of this wonderful project, and I wish the best for everyone in the cast and to Uri on all their future projects that is to come. And a special thank you to Angie. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now, so thank you, Angie. A good way to reach me is at my public Twitter account R4V3NBR4IN, which also is Ravenbrain. I usually post all projects that I'm in there. Anyways, that's it for now, guys, and once again, thank you so much for playing the Hangman.
Hey there, thanks for playing the Hangman. I'm McCory, and I provide the voice for Cindy Morton in this game. Now, while I was working on this, I was actually also providing another voice for a different RPG horror game called Kego Totori. You may know me as the voice behind Hotaru, who is a completely different character from Cindy in almost every single way possible, but I still hope I did Cindy justice. Now, if you haven't already, please go show Uri some support, not only for the Strange Men series, but any other projects they work on in the future. Having worked with RPG Maker myself, it is definitely more difficult than it looks, and to see such a well-continued series progress this way is just very inspiring and very interesting, so again, I hope you go show them support, because they definitely deserve it. So once again, thanks for playing.
Alright, let's hear from Ro one last time.
Hello everyone, I'm Ro. Congratulations on clearing the Hangman. I hope you had as much fun playing as I did recording. I really wasn't expecting David to show up in this new game, but I'm very happy to reprise my old role. If you played the Boogeyman and got to the bonus room, you may have listened to my message there. I said I might start a YouTube channel and voice the Crooked Man, which is the game that David stars in. The channel hasn't been fleshed out yet, and I haven't made any content. I apologize. I still plan to do both of these things, but real life is pretty busy. I hope eventually I can do something that you, our gracious audience, will enjoy. If you'd like to contact me, or would like for me to do some voice work, or would just like to send me some comments, feel free to send me a message or comment on my YouTube. My skeleton of a channel is ROUKURO, And this time I promise I'll actually respond. Thank you for listening.
Bye, David.
Hi, my name's Morty, and I had the honor of playing Will in this game. Before I talk a little bit about my involvement with the Strange Man series and the Hanged Man specifically, I'd like to tell you a short story. Before now, I've never voice acted in a more professional setting. The closest I've ever gotten to any of that is sitting in dark rooms playing games with my friends. It's sort of a tradition. We'll boot up a small game, and whoever's there participates by giving a character or two a voice. It became one of our main ways to bond as a group. Over the years, we've done that a lot, and my friends were impressed by what I was able to do, but I figured I'd never really have a chance getting a real role. So, up until now, I just did it for fun. The jump from just a fun to playing the main character was huge, but I was so excited and humbled by the fact that someone saw me, a weirdo with dubiously absent gender, way too much time on their hands, as main character material. The prospect of being able to play this game with my friends and show them how far I've come is thrilling, and I'm beyond honored to have been given this chance. Which brings me to my place in the Hanged Man. I've watched and played the Strange Man series since at least 2013, and I was eager to see what the next installment might be. I saw VG Person's link to the auditions page at some point, and I was intrigued. At the urging of my friends, I thought there was nothing to lose by sending in a couple auditions and see what happened. I didn't think anything was going to come of it, if I'm being honest, because I was going to enjoy the game no matter what happened. Imagine my surprise, waking up one morning before class to see an email from Udi, not only saying that I landed the part as Will, but I was almost directly aligned with her vision. Again, it was humbling. And in that moment, I made a commitment to myself and everyone involved. I was going to bring it as the most emotionally unstable but relatable 14-year-old boy I could be. I'll never be sure of people's impressions until after the fact, but just knowing that I brought my A-game into this project makes me proud of the work I've produced. And here we are! Hundreds of lines and countless hours spent in a tiny booth later. Despite technical issues of school equipment, threats of getting sick, stresses to my busy college schedule, I've made it to the other side, proud of the work that everyone's done. In closing, a sincere thank you to Udi for believing in what I brought to the table and giving me a chance. I also have additional thanks for VG Person for all her hard work in translating and bringing games to English speakers, and the cast of the Boogeyman and the Hanged Man for giving it all they've got and inspiring me to do the same. Right now I'm prepping a lot of new social media accounts for more public face as a content creator, but I'll be putting out some extended thoughts about my role as Will and my involvement with the Hanged Man at some point. You'll be able to find a link to that and other things at MortyK on Twitter. I'll also eventually make a video about the Strange Men series and how I think it all connects, so I hope to see you all very soon.
Fucking round of applause for Morty. I could not tell that that was their first role. I said going into it I loved Will's voice, and I've never seen this room. Manly did not cover it, so this was completely new to me. Will was great, voiced greatly, so Morty should be very, very proud. Wow, that's incredible. Alright, we'll go to our character bios. William Morton, 14. Protagonist, David's little brother from another mother. Yeah. Cowardly, but he can get angry. Very sensitive and imaginative. His father died when he was 6. Okay, he was 6 years old. So David was 20. David was 20 in that flashback. So he lives with his mother. Since talking to the Hanged Man, he becomes able to converse with strange entities. Strongly distrusts other people and doesn't speak his thoughts even to his mother or friends. Saved Pop from a mousetrap in elementary school and has been with him since. By the way, he figured out if he got a call from his mom, he'd chicken out and come home, so he left his phone at home. Pop, age unknown, a self-described world-traveling super rat. Apparently travels the world, so he knows a lot. Will's best friend who he rescued from a mousetrap. When he got caught, his right leg got a little crooked and some fur came off. He teaches Will various things from a place of experience. Edward Hayes, 23, a young man with a stutter. He has a gentle personality and likes animals, but he trusts in the rules of his own devising and snaps when they're violated. At a young age, his alcoholic father lost his job when they were driven out of their rented house, so they stayed at Deepwood Shelter for about a year. After killing his father, he hid there with his brother's help. After his arrest, he's charged with third-degree murder and receives a 10-year sentence. He should probably also get some mental help. Robert Hayes, 27, Edward's older brother. Nervous but thoughtful of his brother, he has a habit of looking away from people when he lies. After graduating middle school, he got a job at a factory to escape his violent alcoholic father. He's currently married and his wife is pregnant. Since he left Ed behind with her father, he blames himself for the murder and thus wanted to somehow let Ed go free. After Ed's arrest, he's found guilty of aiding in his escape and gets 3 years of hard labor. Keith Baring, age 38. I think he was 37 in The Boogeyman? Yeah, because David aged up, so yep. The Boogeyman's protagonist, a detective in the larceny and homicide division, calm and not fazed by anything with a sharp tongue. He's married and his only son died in a traffic accident. David's occasional drinking buddy. Also a client of Sophie's father, so he's involved with the family. Assigned investigation of the murder of Edward's father, he went in search of Edward's whereabouts. Tracing his history led him to the Deepwoods Hospital, where he decided to look for clues to track him down. Sophie Grunler, age 18, the Sandman's protagonist, a college student, smart and cheerful. She works with her friend Reagan at Mary's Kitchen. In the past, her heart was broken by David, but now she gets along with him as a friend. Her father works at a credit company, and Keith is his client, so they interact, but often quarrel, as he says mean things to her. David asks her to help look for Will, and she finds her way to Deepwoods Hospital thanks to a witness account. David Hoover, age 28, the Crooked Man's protagonist. Will's older brother from another mother. He's kind but unlucky. His father had an affair and a child, so he divorced, and then died 6 years after Will was born. He lived with his mother for a long time, but she died from a brain tumor. He's married, but during this game, his wife is out abroad training for work. Shirley's a pharmacist. Okay. Friends with Sophie, the two of them and his wife get along well, knows Keith from a prior incident and now occasionally goes drinking with him. Cindy Morton, age 36, Will's mother. A novelist, but she gives English lectures for foreigners as a side job. Barely gets by, though she has a hearty personality, so she's managing. When she married David's father, she didn't know he had a wife and child and only learned everything once he died. When she talked to David over the phone, she didn't want to tell Will about his father and thus refused David's offer to pay for his college, but this is resolved at the end of the game. Alright, that's it. It has been a journey. I mean, I sped through these, but it's been fun playing them for you guys. And I'm glad that you guys were so into these. I think it's something really, really special. I think something that, I think Uri and VG Person, both, just deserve a lot of applause. VG Person has translated a lot of games. She does more than just Uri's, although, I mean, she's Uri's go-to now. This will be my last RPG horror for a little bit. Just because I kind of want to break things up a little bit. But, yeah, this has been a really cool experience playing this for you guys. And as always, I do have a YouTube where if you missed part of the stream or all of the stream, I will be putting those on my YouTube. My username is Val space Kyrie, Kyrie, like Valkyrie. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I can actually change my name. So if you are not I can change my URL, excuse me. So if you would like to go and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. I also do some silent streams there as well. I brought over my Silent Until Dawn playthrough from just what I use as my casual channel now, just what I use to watch things and favorite things, and also a silent playthrough of the game Firewatch. There are some things that I think are best not commentated over, and Until Dawn and Firewatch are two of those. So yeah, I also did a Kingdom Hearts series, but I want to restart on that one, so... But yeah, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. I do this for funsies with my friends, but I mean, every little bit helps, because every friend that joins is just something I get to share more that I love with, all these people. So, and if you are not following me on Twitch or Facebook, I am Val's Video Game Valhalla, which you are watching right now. So just copy paste that into facebook.com/ or /, excuse me. And yeah, so I will see you guys. The poll has pretty much been decided. It's got 2 days left, but I don't think there's coming back from a 7-3 lead. So I'm going to put up another poll soon. So look for that. It's been it's just been a really fun time playing this with you guys. And if you're interested, as usual, in the YouTube video, I will link the bad endings that Manly Badass Hero has done. As well as the original ending. You should watch the original ending as well, the first playthrough, because it's just different. But yeah, I had a great time. Thank you guys so much for making this a great time. I really owe it to you guys, even if chat has only been, 1 or 2 people like it is today versus like 4 or 5, sometimes 6 like I've gotten through. I appreciate literally everyone who comes in. I appreciate my lurkers as well. Who's in chat right now? Let's see. Trisha and Katie, obviously. Yeah, another TV viewer, Commander Root and Lurks have been tuning in for quite a while. From what I can tell from their Twitch channels, they are there to support smaller Twitch streamers just to give them views, and I really sincerely appreciate that. A lot of them lurk, they don't really pay attention, they don't comment, but they do think that smaller Twitch streamers should get views. So that in itself means a lot to me. So thank you, all 3 of you, and I hope you continue to come in and lurk. But thank you, a special thank you to my darlings, Trisha and Katie, for making it to pretty much all of my streams. And yeah, it's been 3.5 hours since I started, but yeah, this is a long one. But I wanted to get through the Hanged Man today. So, keep a watch on my Facebook for when I'll be streaming next. I put that info on the side. Look at my poll, please take a vote, and I will see you guys soon. Until then, have a great weekend. Stay safe.